Every day, more images of carnage and bloodshed in Afrin, Syria appear on Can Sivas's computer in Berlin. He's dedicated himself to the struggle for the independence of his Kurdish people. He can barely control his outrage.
How would you feel if you saw people injured like this, and it just keeps going on? And especially when you realize it's being done with arms from Germany. I'm completely disappointed. I really am.
Germany's Kurdish minority are taking action, not always peacefully, German authorities suspect, and not just in the Berlin office of the Nav Dem, which has ties to the PKK. The Kurdistan Workers' Party is banned in Germany. Investigators are following up indications that the Kurds might be behind a series of attacks on businesses and facilities. Sivas blames the Turkish-dominated mosques for the tense atmosphere.
Every week, they reach tens of thousands, if not hundreds of thousands of people in the sermons. Things like that can ruin our democratic coexistence here and have very direct consequences for us activists. It can be personal threats, or just an odd atmosphere, or personal animosity.
One such mosque, or what's left of it, stands a few hundred meters away in Berlin's Reinickendorf district. In early March, it was destroyed in an arson attack. It had been run by the Turkish DİTİB organization, a branch of the Religious Affairs Presidency in Ankara. The head of the youth league at the mosque would rather not say who he suspects was behind the attack.
They wanted to stir up hatred, but we won't be provoked, as you can see by the posters. We won't fight hate with hate. Hate can only be defeated with love.
Friday prayers are held on the street in front of the burnt-out mosque in frosty temperatures. There's talk of love and understanding. But worshippers in DİTİB mosques have also prayed for victory for the Turkish military in northern Syria. Representatives of Turkey's governing party don't see anything wrong with that. In spite of the appeals for peace and understanding, young Turks in Germany are increasingly calling for retribution.
In case we caught one of them red-handed, why not?
There could be trouble?
Then of course there could be trouble.
German authorities hope to prevent trouble between the two fronts by posting more police in front of Turkish institutions. The Berlin neighbors are worried.
To have them fight it out in Germany is just not right. And this whole gathering is all out of proportion. If something had happened in a church, you certainly wouldn't see such a crowd here.
The police are also out in force for the main event celebrating the Kurdish New Year in Hanover. Emblems of the banned PKK keep turning up, so the police threaten to close down the event. Tensions are rising. Can Sivas from Berlin follows the event from inside the organizer's sound truck. He sees the ban of the PKK as kowtowing to the Turkish government. At the same time, he can't accept PKK-linked websites calling for attacks on Turkish facilities and even offices of Germany's governing parties. But he does see Germany as an ally of the Kurds' Turkish enemies.
We're getting a lot of sympathy, but the state and government are pursuing the wrong policies. And we oppose that, just like we oppose the Turkish state and government, but not the Turks themselves.
While the German government tries to appease Ankara, the rage among Kurds like Can Sivas is growing, as is the danger of more violence between Kurds and Turks in Germany's streets.